Hello there everyone, and welcome to my first YouTube DCS F18 Hornet video. Basically the idea behind this is to just capture on OBS, because I've never done that before, and upload to YouTube, see if it works, see if the whole process works before I move on. I have got another YouTube channel, but it's something completely different, so basically this is just me flying this, see if it works. So I am currently on the map, the Caucasus. Let's have a look on the Caucasus. What have I done now? The Caucasus map, and this is I think this is Shifty Movers brilliant capture Kubaletti campaign sort of mission thing, and I use this one for training all the time. So we have got a new tanker, or should I say a edited tanker, on this it's the open beta version, the 2.54 blah version. And basically what I'm doing is just seeing if this new tanker works, so I know there's one on this map. So come and watch me fly if you want. By the way, what I'm doing here is it's not really following the book, it's not technical, it's just what it is, what I do to get the plane started. So by no means is it a tutorial, it's just a quick way of getting up and running for me, and it seems to work for me fine, so I use it all the time. So yeah, the aim of the vision today is just look at the new tanker, and we will go from there. Basically, I'll put some bombs on, and we'll do a couple of bombing runs. I've been struggling to get the GBU-12 CCRP, or the auto bombing mode, working correctly with the Hornet. I found it really struggled to get it accurate, so I'll test that again today as well. So we'll do that. So just bear with me a minute while I get this set up. And we're just doing the F flight control check in a minute. See it running through it automatically, probably see it better from the back. Past, so let's get some because they just don't look right. So let's use DD12s there, 2 DD12s there, and let's use a MAV, a laser MAV, for spotting target. Looks good to me. Across the canopy. I'll be looking at time down here. Put that up there so you can see a bit better time coming down. I'll start with the engine. Deck's not crowded today, I'll put the wings down. That's the second engine started there, so we're not looking. What I always forget to do is contact to start up. Flaps at half. So, let's have a quick check of everything. So the main things are, with the O-Bogs on oxygen, on-board oxygen generating system, that's what APU's turned off, that's okay. Just give that a reset, just for the sake of the thing. Should we test the probe for it out? Let's make that to go out. Put some position lights on. Black light, put that on, anti-skid on. Flaps set to park, let's see. Let's say set up bingo now. I I set my 3000. A little on the cautious side, I know. Check the book. That's the nav's still aligning currently. It's standby as well. This is working. Yep. That's working. I'll put the pitot heat in the engine. Not really supposed to use them on the ground. And the nav's aligned now. Just get that OK symbol. It's the nav. Quick check outside. Hook's down and probe is bound. Make sure they see the hook going in there. Sorry, the probe going in there. And I believe we'll get the ground crew to remove the chocks.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Take the parking brake off rather than trying to throttle up now, and the parking brake will still be on and embarrass myself. The chocks are removed. What catch have we got? It's got two. I tend not to use two. For whatever reason. It just doesn't seem to... I tend to use Cat 2 for some reason. I just seem to always avoid it. So, most of you are probably eagerly awaiting the F14. Let's talk about that while I know. Eagerly awaiting the arrival of the F14. So am I. Pre-ordered a couple of months ago, still waiting. A recent release by Heath Blair has said that the F14 will be out no later than the 21st of March. So hopefully it'll be out before then. If it's not, they're going to release it on the 21st of March. Either way. And can't wait for that to come out. I say pre-ordered that one. I'm really looking forward to it. Got the HUD set up of that. I'll just do another quick check. Seats, arm in the seats, always another one I forget. Yeah, cool. Right, let's go. I've done some flying lessons years ago, and I always got told by the flying instructor, treat the throttle like your wife, not a whore you're banging one night. Gears up, flaps are off. Doesn't matter what you do, I seem to get that check through all the time. I'm doing something wrong, I don't know what it is though. Is that our tanker up there? Is that one of ours? So we drop some bombs first? Yeah, we'll drop some bombs first. Loads of people have done videos on. Drop some bombs first, and then we shall do a bit of air-to-air refueling if we can. Just before I land. Centre line on. Centre line. Check that by the fuel gauge. Check that by the fuel gauge. So we've got plenty of fuel anyway. Nothing to worry about. Let's put the radar on. So if you haven't got this mission, I think I'm pretty certain it was by Shifty Mover, and it's called Capture Coballetti, and it's one of my favourite. It's great for practicing, and it's a fictional scenario where you've got to catch a Coballetti, as the title suggests, but you can't see where the enemies are on the F10 map. I use the F10 map an awful lot. It's one of the things I need to get out of. The habit of getting out of using it. I'm just about to use it now. So I'm flying south basically. along the coastline around this area here, around Coboletti, funny enough, there are various defences, SAMs, there's some ships out to the sea as well, and there's 3 JTACs what you can use. I'll just show you the menu for that. The JTACs. So you've got 3 JTACs that tells you what code you're using, where they are, what to target them, and so on and so forth. So yeah, just change your laser code to whatever one you want to go and attack. I normally just stick to the standard. I say there's 3 different codes. I just normally send 1688. I roughly know where it is on the map anyway, because I use this for a training mission all the time. I go from there. What I might as well do now, I might as well fence in. Oh, is anyone else suffering this problem as well? So you try and set the fusing up, right, and it's not letting you drop the bomb. But if you just put it as off, it then gives you the bomb. Is anyone else seem to be suffering from that problem? Something I've noticed. I don't know if it's just me doing something wrong, or the bomb seems to drop and go off. Let's put 1688 there. Just set that across to this one. Make sure that's 1688, which it is. Yeah, it's just something I've noticed. It's every time I try to set up some fusing, it's not working correctly. I have updated to the latest update before I started this. Why it's not working, I don't quite know. Check of everything. Right. Like that. Let's get rid of radar. Pretty boring flight in, to be fair. Close to the coastline. While we're having a boring flight in, let's look at the aircraft. So a tip from me, or something I've been doing, I don't know if this happens in real life, this is just something I found to me. If you select MAVs, right, you set up the laser code, so go USC, code 1, code 16, enter, do I have to set that up, both of them set up there, right. You click on MAV now, so this is the MAV setup, so that's looking 1688, right, and it's really handy on the map. I don't know if you can see that orange smoke there. You see it? I don't know how good this recording's going to be, right? If that wasn't there, however, you can uncage your laser map, search for the target that way. Right, see how that's locked on now? That's locked onto the target. Then what you can do is you take a rough estimate of where it is, switch onto your laser guided bombs, put that over the target. Sorry, that's my track IR, it does that sometimes when you try and zoom in. Put it roughly where it is, and that's how I do a lot of my lasing, my dropping of my laser guided bombs. It's the danger zone. See how already it's wandered off a little bit? So bring it down back onto the target. I said that's a problem I'm having. Mine tends to wander, but again, this is the beta version, so you can't expect it to be perfect. It's still work in progress. I'm just waiting for the counter to count down now to our release time. 7, 6. Hold the pickle button. and bombs away. There's a little drink there as the centre of gravity changes in the aircraft, and it just gets a bit. You've got to just trim it out basically. So we'll leave that line where it is. We will watch the bombs off. So it's hooked onto that. This first target as well, it always seems to destroy the tree next to it. Why I don't know. We'll see if after this tank. Fuse does not work. Right, so this is the problem I'm having, as I say. So in auto, nose fuse, instant. Right, but this now won't let me drop the bomb. So my sensor point of interest is exactly the same still, because I haven't touched it. So we'll go in again. See, it's already picked it up. And we don't have to be too accurate with these laser guided bombs, they'll do it themselves. The main thing to note is the higher you drop them, the easier it is to tend to. The higher you drop them, the more accurate they can be, effectively, if that makes sense. You've got more time to get accuracy on. 5, 4, hold down the pickle button, 3, 2, 1. Did that release one? No, it didn't. You see what the problem I'm having here? So, off. It's not letting me select anything. Only it off. Now it's ready. Okay, it's we're rolling again. Just down here. I'm looking forward to the laser designator coming out for this. That'll be interesting. Beautiful. By the way, yeah, so I built this PC, what I'm playing on, last year by myself, my first PC build. Loved every second of it. I've got I'll put the system specs down below in the description. With the first one I ever built, I'm really made up. I'm playing in 1440, 144 Hz. It's got a G-Sync monitor. I regularly get over 120 frames per second. Got a Core i7 8700K. I bought the graphics card when they were really expensive, just before the RTXs came out, because, as I say, a bit of a newbie to this. So I only could afford really a GTX 1080, so I've got the ROG Strix GTX 1080. I've got an ROG Strix Z370 motherboard, 16 gig of RAM, Corsair RAM. What else have I got? NGX3 S340 Elite case, and NGXC cracking cooler. And I've got an M.2 drive for my boot drive. DCS is currently installed on a 500 gig SSD. And I've got a 2 gig mechanical hard drive as well, but don't tend to use that. Let's see if this one works this time. I know through experience I'm well above the SAM range at 17,000 feet, so I'll just stay straight and level for this. Well, yeah, and we've got one away there. Let me just put the autopilot on. Let's watch this fall. Let's see if this one detonates this time round. So this, currently the setup is not for it to detonate. However, if we put the settings to detonate like you've seen, it doesn't detonate. Or it won't release the bomb, shall we say. But that one exploded. But it didn't destroy the tank because, as I say, what it tends to do is take out the tree next to it. I've used a £500 bomb on a soldier though, which is a bit over the top, if you like. So what, out of the interest of sheer enjoyment, shall we use the map, run in with some maps. Maps are a lot easier to use. Again, there's plenty of tutorials, so this is not a tutorial on how to use these weapons. I can do one if you want one. It's really easy. The map has locked onto it, and we are in range. And rifle, I don't know, pickle, whatever. Any rifle got a map. And I'm getting a bit close to that SAM range. Let's put the autopilot back on and let's watch this go in. Really good at taking out these trees. Doing well. It's not normally like this to be fair. I've normally hit the tank by now. Let's go in again. Let's pull off from that. We're very close to some range. Yes! Finally hit it. So I've wasted 2 laser guided bombs and 2 maps just trying to destroy that tank. I don't think if I was actually in a real pilot, in a real Navy or Air Force, I don't think my superiors would be happy with that. But let's go back to the laser guided bomb. So as you can see, mode is auto, fusing is off, manual fusing is off, electronic fusing instant, and this will let me drop. Any other than that, it won't let me drop, or the bomb doesn't explode again. But let's get rid of these last 2, might as well. Still got 2 on the rails. Get some speed up and closer stall in here. Paperback. I believe they call it a ball and chain. So while I'm just building some speed up. Get rid of these last 2 bombs, and then we shall fly back and do some air-to-air fueling. If it's the new tanker, if it's updated to the new tanker, I'm sure it has. But I'll be disappointed if it's not. As I say, this is my first recording on DCS, so be gentle on me in the comments. I think it's that. See the little dot in the cloud? That's my target. Yep, down there. So let's roll in. Let's get that just over the second target. Top. Is that released that time? Yep, that's released. Let's roll out. So we're going over them sands and getting shot down and embarrassing myself. That is tracking. Are we going to destroy another tree? See? and that shouldn't work because I haven't changed the settings. Manual fuse is off, so why that is actually working I don't know. Can someone knows, can you explain to me what is going on? Sorry, I'm just texting my wife, just a second. So I do intend to do more videos and loads and up. I don't tend to play multiplayer, and I've just realised I haven't uncaged my artificial horizon. I don't tend to play much multiplayer because I'm not. I find it difficult taking it too seriously, and from groups I've seen on YouTube, you tend to take it a bit, a bit too seriously. But if there is a group out there that doesn't take it too seriously, would like to help me out, I could help them out. I've got a history in aviation, in military aviation. I'm not a pilot, as a Air Force engine technician. So if anyone does need or would like some help, or maybe I could help them, maybe they could help me, and they are interested in me flying with them, or just want to fly with me for fun, or do something, do drop me a line, contact me somehow, put a comment, or don't quite know how YouTube works to be fair, but let me know. And I'd love to fly with more people in multiplayer. I do work shift, however, so it's not exactly like I can it's not like I can fly the same times every week or anything like that. I find it very hard. I just sort of fly most evenings, but as I say, I work quite a lot, so I tend to work like 5 days in a row sort of thing, and then I'll have like 4 off, say. So I'll work, and then while I'm working I don't play it at all. So while I'm working I don't play at all. And then while I'm off I tend to play as much as I can. So I'm going to the tanker, we'll do that. Right, so let's find a tanker. So again, using F10, cheating a little bit. Oh, I've got an A10 in the air with us. This is it, this is everything, and there's multiple planes you can go in that map, this map, all from different airports, and you take off, and the objective's the same, to catch your Coballetti, but it's how you approach it can be completely different every time. Have we got any tankers in the air? Anyone see any tankers? Oh, looks like we're not tanking today. We've got no tankers in the air. Completely ignore my comment. So then, so flying away, we might as well go and try for the land at the centre. No, don't laugh at my landings on the carry as well, they are terrible. So, yeah, hi there folks. Does it says who's made it? No, but it's really, really good, and I recommend whoever's made this, thanks very much. This Capture Code Reality, if you're watching this, it does, it is a really good mission to play by yourself, basically. So let's go land at the Stennis X7 X-ray. So attacker 7, enter X-ray. Picked it up, yeah. Yes, picked it up. Let's go. Got loads of fuel, let's burn back. So my carrier landings as well, I have one approach, mess it up, do another approach, 50-50 whether I land or not, and then the third approach I normally get, to be honest. So I'm just don't need that. I'll put the cages over there for now, but there's some fuel up there just in case we're running low. Yeah, so I'm not too good at carrier landings. I'm not too good at anything in this game, in all honesty. But you know, hey ho, no one's perfect, are they? that it? That is it. Slowing now. And again, I don't know the typical approach circuit pattern. Excuse me, I just need to jump. Yeah, I don't know the correct circuit patterns for the carrier, but I kind of do it what suits me. So let's get lined up. So I don't want to be too low at this point, because if there are any aircraft in the circuit, I want to keep way above them. I think the circuit's, I think it's 800 or 1,000 feet. So again, if you've done your altimeter correctly before you set up, I just leave it. I'm not too fussed. If you've done your altimeter correctly before you set up, set the correct pressure, correct compression, QFE, QNH, and all that, you will you'll know the correct setting. But as I say, I'm not flying with anyone, so it's no point. It's really important if you're flying with other people, or you're playing with other people, shall I say. Check that no one else is on the deck. It's not clear because I've got the labels switched on. I'll tell you what, let's get the labels off. Get more realistic. Put the hook down. There we are. We're overhead at this point. No, we'll just roll in gently. Again, nothing too serious about this. Still gaining altitude, so we'll just drop that down. Just going up at a little bit of speed, not too much. Don't wanna. So when you're on a downwind leg, which I don't want to explain to people, most people would already know, but downwind from the carrier. I'm not sure what speed makes me, but I always go a little bit fast. But on this downwind leg, it's like a checklist for myself. The actual proper acronym is bump pinch. That's another story. So just get your gear down, just hanging off on the flaps for the time being. And then we are just waiting to a little touch more throttle just to keep us at that 170 mark. At this point we're just heading downwind. I like to use the tip of this as the tip of the wing gets past the carrier. That's when I roll in, that's when I turn in. And that is, well, that's what I learned when I was learning to fly. I am a bit too far out. Well, I'm a lot far out. We've gone past that now. Just roll in gently. Again, don't want to get too aggressive with the turning, scrub too much speed off. Because we're a long way out as well, need to extend as we come onto final leg. The main thing is keeping on speed here and on your glide slope. Not a lot of people know this, or professional pilots will know this, but you adjust your speed on finals using your attitude, and you adjust your glide slope using the throttle. I'm just saying up there too much there. It's certainly different to how your brain works. So you adjust the speed by pitching up and down, and you use your throttle to adjust your glide slope. And I am quite low at this point, so I'm just adding a little bit more throttle on. I'm bring me up. A bit more throttle again as I've lost that speed. Keep it stable, just straighten out a bit more there. And again, I'm not expecting to land this first time, and by no means am I taking this too seriously. I'm just trying to practice. Right, coming in fast now, so I'm going to pitch up, lose that speed. I'm going to put my final stage of flaps out. See how I've lost those bit, right? So I'm not touching the thing, I'm just touching the throttle at this point. See how that's bringing my glide slope up? And I've put too much on, so I'm just reducing back. Fine balancing act. More throttle. Losing that, Like, bit less. Pretty much at idle now, yeah. Get it on the deck. And full throttle, so I get straight. So what happened there? As I hit the deck a little bit too soon, and that's why I bolted round. So let's get some speed back. And we'll try again. I was far too low on the approach. What I should have done is gone round at that point. Yeah, so far too low on the approach, but yeah, we got on deck in the end. We didn't stay on the deck, but we got to the deck. Let me go back there. Right, just dropping the speed back. I'm much higher. Well, I'm much closer this time, which is a lot better. Bringing that speed back, I'll drop the hook down again. I've already gone past the carrier, so I'll turn in. I haven't got my gear down yet because I'm not below 250. I'm below 250 now. Gears down. You won't see me click these, I've got them set up on my HOTAS. A little bit more throttle. Stage of flaps there. Too much angle. Too fast. Speed. A bit too fast. Final stage of flaps now. Now we go. So still too fast. Pull up a little bit more. But we're losing that glide, so we'll add a bit of throttle as I'm pulling up. There we go. Velocity indicator is right where I want to be on the deck at this point, but I'm too fast, so I'll just pull up a little bit more. Use a bit of throttle so I keep where I want it to be. A bit more throttle, a bit more. The catch? No. Alter again. So again, that was too. Again, that was too close, landed too soon. Let's go around again. Did always say, I did warn you, if you get bored of this video, I did always warn you that I don't land first time. Second time's a bit 50-50. But we'll get around a bit quicker again. I'm not going to follow the Let's just get round at this point. Get on deck. Still got enough fuel. Still doing alright in the fuel, but still got over half a tank, so. Let's just get down here. Don't worry about anything else like that. Just do a tight to turn and screw up the speed that way. Again, not technically right, but you get a bit frustrated. Speed brake out a little bit. Way off now where I want to be, so I'm just going slightly left, then I'll get back on track. I think you're better off coming in high anyway. There's a little bit of speed brake there, even though that, again, you're not supposed to use the speed brake. Too much speed brake, a little bit more throttle. Get it? Nope, missed it again. Oh, this is embarrassing. I think a pilot realistically now be getting much abuse. So I'll try and round on a Russian cone now. Up, down. Below 250 knots, gear down. I think it's because coming in too quick. Too low this way. Arse on the deck. Yeah, nowhere near that time. That was terrible. This is starting to panic mode now, I think. Should we see if there's a tanker up? No tanker at the end of the minute. Well, I'm way too high at this point, but this is on purpose because what I'm trying to do is get a better picture of the deck. So, hook is down, gear is down, flaps. Don't want flaps on there because I've got too much lift. The flaps are on auto anyway, so it's about. See them on the deck. So I'll just stay like this and see what actually happens. Bit more throttle. And I got it that time. That was a terrible, terrible landing, but I got it. That certainly would have broke some part of the Hornet. Gear it up. And what we'll do is we will leave it there. That is the end of my first video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it worked out alright. And I'll see you in the next one.